Hey, shalom everyone, this is Kris Shoemaker, also known as Yehudah ben Shomeyr, and welcome to the Daily Drash. Today's Daily Drash is taken from Matthew chapter 10, and I'm going to be reading from the World English Bible. It says in verse 24, "A disciple is not above his teacher, nor a servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be like his teacher, and the servant like his Lord. If they called the master of the house Beelzebub, or literally the Lord of the Flies, or the devil, how much more those of his household? Therefore, don't be afraid of them, for there is nothing covered that will not be revealed, and hidden that will not be known." You know, people say, well, I want to be like Jesus. I want to be just like Jesus. I want to be like Yeshua. I want to be like the Messiah. I want to walk in the footsteps of Yeshua, our Messiah. I want to do what he wants me to do. I want to do what he did. I want to be like him. Great. All great words. I just hope you understand what you're saying. Even myself, I've said these very words and haven't really contemplated or haven't really took the full weight of what I said. Do you realize to be like Jesus means that you're going to have to suffer? To be like the Messiah, to be like Yeshua, means that you're going to be ridiculed, that you're going to be made fun of. You very well could be beaten. You very well could be arrested. You very well could have false accusations laid against you. You very well could be killed. After all these things that I just mentioned, they did to Yeshua. They did to the Messiah. We don't think about this too much or worry about this too much because we live in the Western world, in the free world, in a democratic republic or what have you, and about the most that we worry about is maybe getting made fun of. And now we're starting to worry about false accusations being laid against us and being taken to court. After all, a guy refusing out of his own personal conviction because of his belief in the scriptures didn't feel that it was right to make a wedding cake for a homosexual couple. All of a sudden he, gets fined and gets taken to court and et cetera, and we've been labeled bigots and intolerant, and people has hated us because of our convictions and our stance and our belief. We haven't yet suffered to the point of blood. We haven't yet suffered, physical violence. But, our brothers and sisters all around the world, in China, in North Korea, in Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, Afghanistan, all the places where dictators and despots rule, all places where atheistic governments are set in place, all places where Islamic extremist governments rule and take over, and terrorist groups and organizations run. These are the very places where our brothers and sisters knows what it means to say, I want to be like Jesus. I want to be like Yeshua. They know what it means to suffer. They have been hated. They have been lied against. They have had false witness bared against them. They have had their homes taken away. They have had their loved ones taken away. They have been beaten. They have been jailed. They have been forced to work hard labor. They have been slaves. And many of them have been killed. They have been martyred as a result of wanting to be like Jesus. And yet knowing going into it, knowing beforehand that they indeed would suffer for the cause of Messiah, if they accept Yeshua and follow him, and they know that they'll suffer and they still choose that path anyway, that means that there's something more valuable and something more worthwhile and more worth living in knowing and having a personal relationship with Yeshua and following in his footsteps and following in his word than there isn't. That there's true life. There's something that is more satisfying beyond the physical comforts of this life, not being hated, not being persecuted, not being beaten, not being jailed or taken before the authorities, not being killed. There's something much satisfying and deeper if they're willing to suffer these things and to grab onto Yeshua than to say, oh, no, that's a little too much. I don't feel like being beaten today. There must be something to it. So really think about that. Next time you say, I want to be like Yeshua, I want to be like Jesus, think about what it is said. A disciple is not above his teacher, nor a servant above his Lord. It is enough for his disciple that he be like his teacher, and the servant like his Lord. If they called the master of the house, basically they called him the devil, the Beelzebub, how much more those of his household? There's other passages that say that when people kill you because you believe in Messiah, that they're going to consider that they have done God a favor, that they're doing the work of God. The Apostle Paul, before he was saved, he killed believers, and he thought he was doing a service to God. He thought he was doing the right thing, you know? And if they nailed Yeshua to the cross, what do you think that they're going to do to you? So having a personal relationship with Messiah Yeshua and walking in his footsteps is a very serious proposition. So really think and meditate on those words. And I tell you, no matter what you suffer in this life, it's worth it. It is well worth it, because you will have great reward in the next. Shalom and Shavua Tov.
Abraham'sDescendants.com, getting back to the 1st century in a 21st century way. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press the like button as well as the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and the notification bell that'll let you know every time I make a new video. And don't forget to share this with a friend. Also, visit our website at Abraham'sDescendants.com. Thanks. Shalom.
Thanks for watching. Stay connected by subscribing to our other social media accounts and visiting our website at Abraham'sDescendants.com.